You could coexist with the Arab population.
Very well.
Were you protected by the king? Or was it privileges?
There
did you
was
have
no
privileges or did you have rights?
No privileges against us or nothing against us. We
no
are
restrictions?
Very, very common friends, and we are living hand in hand. Muslim people were buying from my father's shop, you know, and he has a lot of friends, you know, are Muslim. You know, we did not have, since the date of Israel, it happened, you know, the big antagonism between the Jewish in Tunisia and Muslim people.
So you didn't suffer what we call here in East Europe pogroms. You didn't know anything about it.
Absolutely no.
And did the Jewish population live in a separate sort of part of the city, or did they live in the country, or did they intermingle with the?
The biggest part of the population was in Tunis. In Tunis at this time, in 41, 42, it was 800,000 people, you know. It was the capital, and everybody was leaving the country to come in the capital, like always, you know. So all the big dealers and people who had the traders, you know, were in Tunisia. We had a lot of big, and every kind of trades, you know, jeweler, bazar, you know, every kind, like... and we had a lot of Italian poor. There were at this time 210,000 Italian in Tunisia. So they were like handyman, you know, barber shop,
artisans, yes.
Shoemaker, you know, tailors, you know. And in Tunis,
also business
lawyers and doctors, most of them.
And the Jews lived in one certain area of the city, or did they intermingle with the local population?
You know, there were people living the old city, like the ghetto, the Hara. And
what was called in Mela in Arabic, in Morocco,
right,
it was called Hara.
Hara,
yes.
H-A-R-A. And they were living the poor district, and they were coming in the new district. French people were building, you know, and we had a nice district. It was called Lafayette, Avenue Jules Ferry, and that was the nicest, like Côte Saint-Luc, you know.
And Jewish families lived there?
Yes, Jewish families.
And Arab families also, Tunisian families also lived there?
Not so many.
No.
Not so many.
What was your mother tongue? Your first mother tongue?
In Tunisia, we are speaking a Judaica Arab, Muslim, mixed. Like in German, you have the Yiddish, which is a mixing of German and Hebrew, right? And in Tunisia, we are speaking what you call Judeo-Arab. But she was speaking French too. But when she wants to speak something...
But your mother tongue, how did you speak to your parents?
She was speaking Judeo-Arab.
Among each other? Yeah.
Yes, and because we went to French school, you know, at 6-year-old, by French law, you have to go to the French school. And all the religion were going in the same school. It was what you call the laic school, not Protestant only, Catholic or... you know, Italian, Arabic people, Muslim, everybody was going in the same school. It was very nice, you know, and we were very friendly, everybody, and all the teachers were coming from France, because they were having 1/3 of their salary more than in France, because it was in the colony. So many people were asking, and the climate was so nice that they wanted to be in colonies, you know, they were making money, the living was cheaper than in France, and 1/3 of their salary. You know,
how did the Jewish community express their Jewishness in Tunisia?
We have many manifestations of people coming from France, or conferences coming from France. You know, people who were speaking about the Jewish people, and they were speaking a little about Israel, not so much, you know.
Zionism, yeah.
Zionism, you know, not so much, because when they hear about Zion, you know, in Tunisia, we are scared, you know, because we are a minority. We can be like in Israel, you can speak openly, you know. We have to be careful, and we are friends with them. We did not have any fighting before, you know.